Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Bomb has been defused.
Hello guys, this is Gabriel, falling from SK Gaming. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the options you have on Overpass T side during an eco or a force round. And before we start getting into the strategy, let's start thinking about when to do the ecos. So guys, if you're playing T side and you don't plant the bomb, alright, you should force in the next round. Because this way you have a good chance of winning the second round, changing the game, and if you lose it, you do only one eco and then you buy it again. So if you lose the pistol and try to do one eco, it's not going to be enough for the third round. You're going to have to eco again. So you're going to end up doing 2 ecos, giving your enemy 2 points, and you're going to end up with a 3-0. So you start trying to play gun rounds. But if you plant the bomb, you're going to get extra money because of that. So you can do only 1 eco at the second round, and then you buy the third, trying to get a 2-1 to start the half. Okay, so it's important to understand this mathematic part of the game, so you do the proper things. But today on this video, we're going to talk about first round, where we're going to use the scouts to try to get some picks and some options you have on how to conclude the round. Let's check it out. On this first round, I'm going to show you the main idea is to get the scout player going to picks, mainly on the highway and on the long gate part, where you can try to shoot your enemies on long distance, and you can catch some enemies jumping and try to get information for free, and that's where you can have the chance to punish them with the scout. And the other players, they can start as a default because you don't know how the other player is going to be aggressive. So if you are running Tech 9s, for example, try to get angles where you're playing close to them so you can surprise them if they're trying to be over-aggressive. There's a good example of how to do that on water. If you are the monster guy, you're holding there, or you can do that on connector as well, trying to get close to the stairs area. Now, guys, let's check that in game. So we're going to move now to the player 1. At the first round, we lost the pistol round. We want to try to get back to the game as soon as possible. And we're going to use a first round where we try to have picks with our scout player. And if this doesn't work or it works, we're going to end with an A execution. Very simple because we don't have all the nades. So you will try to start the round as you did in the gun rounds, in the default as shown you in the previous videos. So as the scout player, you try to identify if someone is pushing mid at the beginning. You are the player 1, you are the scout player, you're going to check if someone is pushing. As soon as you see that there is no progress, or you hit them, or they're playing passive, you start progressing, and so do your teammates. So you start trying to get more and more information. Use jumps, check angles. This time you're not smoking bathroom, you don't have all utility, so you're going to have to strafe, get information, jump, and all those kind of things. After you try to get a little bit of presence in the mid area, you need to get long A now, because long A is going to be very necessary for trying to get some good picks with the scout. So you can start progressing, checking tree, making some jumps here to get information. It's very important for you to be smart and move yourself well, because you don't have enough nades to make sure you do the most impressive takes. You have to use your movement to get those spots. And you're going to try get some presence on mid, get some presence on long A, and your main goal is to get close here, where you can try to kill people jump over this truck, or people trying to make some picks here, getting some information. If this works, you can move to the next one. If this doesn't work, you can move also. You're going to go to bathrooms as the first player. You're going to have teammates helping you over here, and then you're going to go to highway, trying the same type of picks, trying to see if someone is moving highway, or maybe get someone jumping on the central box, or someone picking highway. That's what you're going to do as a scout player, and as soon as the execution starts, you're going to move yourself to the bathroom area and try to hold this angle here on the left side of the central box. I'm going to move now to the second role on this eco force round strategy, and this guy is going to be our supportive player. We expect him to help us achieve our goal in the end of the round. So this is the guy who is not buying a Tech 9, he's not buying a Kevlar, not a helmet. Sometimes you need to go P250, smoke, and flash. That's it. If he has a money for a Kevlar, good. If he doesn't have it, we need his smoke to end the round. So he has to find his own balance, and you have to find what you can buy or not. But we need your smoke and your flash. So what you're going to do is, because you are playing with nades, you're going to play the most passive role on this round. You're going to play connector, just get information. This is a very safe position where you can just check if they're aggroing or not. You don't have enough equipment to fight them alone. So if you see them pushing connector, you can most of all fall back and wait for them to push even more, because you don't want to fight them. You want to have your other teammates fighting people so you can end the round with execution. And by the end of the round, after your teammates start strafing, get mapping control, and getting closer to our enemies, we're going to need you to learn this smoke and this type of support. So they're going to help you come here to highway, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna line yourself here in front of this wall, and that's a very complicated smoke to land. It's not that difficult, but if you only try by what I'm saying here, sometimes it might not land very correctly. So you need to practice this one with your own view model, with your own details to make sure you're gonna line it every time the same way. I have some things I do with my own configs. I can't show you here in the video, so you need to find yours. So, but basically, you get up here, and then you're gonna see there's an arch here at the flowers, at these 3 flowers here. You just throw it here. You're gonna land on the top of this roof, and it's gonna block between the central box and the truck. That's a very good smoke. Why I think this is good? When you throw the smoke, there is only 2 options for the CTs. They can go truck, try to kill from here, or they can hide in here, or they can move to this way. And as you saw, we're gonna have a scout player looking for this angle, and we're gonna have our Tech-9's Kevlar trying to fight the guys at the truck. So we try to minimize the angles the CTs can have, so we can have a better approach on entering the site. I'm gonna show you a flash that's very useful as well. If you wanna be even more structured, you can do the smoke, strafe here so you can get closer. Get close here, you're gonna touch the bank, get your flash, crouch here, and you see this dot here on this plant, you're gonna throw it here. That's a perfect flash that's gonna blind everyone in the truck. So your teammates can even jump here and flash. Ask for the flash, you throw it, and then you kill everyone blind. So that's the most optimal and perfect play you can do on this round as a player 2. So we are going now to the player 3. And as you saw, we already have the guy taking care of mid with the scout, player 1. We already have this guy taking care of connector, player 2. And the player 3 is going to help getting control over the map. So they normally should buy Tech-9s and Kevlar. Those are the guys who are trying to win the fights. So they need to be with good gear. If you have enough money, you can try a UMP and Kevlar. But most of the times, Tech-9s and Kevlar are good options. Maybe Deagles if you like it. And what we're going to do is start the round slowly, trying to get information as well, making sure you don't get punished by any aggression, and try to use your movement skills to get information that normally you don't have. You won't use smokes to bathrooms, so sometimes it's strafe here to get information. Try to be as smooth as you can getting info without being caught and being dead. All right, so you're gonna get those kind of infos, let the scout work, help him to go long A and get those picks, make sure you cover him, and by the end of the round, the player 3 should stay long A. He's the guy who is gonna try to run and help getting a different angle and perspective hitting a site while your teammates are going bathroom and highway. So we're gonna keep this player 3 long A while we're going to the second part of the strategy, which is entering the A side. Now we're gonna move to the player 4, and the player 4 is the guy who's gonna be supporting the player 3. He's actually going to be following him, making sure he can trade kills, making sure he's allowing the scout to get in the positions he wants. So he can just be the guy following the player 3, following the other Tech-9 player to getting some information. Remember, we work with 3 guys here at the beginning, so you guys will move as a group, getting positions, getting angles, and getting kills during the map. And by the time your scout are having the picks, you're going to make sure to start getting bathroom control and controlling this area, because your scout might need to rotate to highway to get another pick. So make sure to strafe every single angle you think there could be some enemy. Make sure to be ready. And if you find someone, don't be desperate to fight him. If you see someone, bathroom for example, there, calm down, just say there's one bathroom. You don't need to fight him alone. Your main idea is make the CTs be afraid so they have to go back to the site. And when they get back to the site, we have a good plan to end the round. That's how we're going to win this round. And if they give you enough space, you can kill him. So that's a very safe play, very safe movement where you're getting space, but not too much in order to be killed. That's the secret. That's the most beautiful thing you can do for your team during these rounds. And by the end of the round, what you want to do is be the guy who is going to be supported, or be the guy who's going to be at the bathroom. At the time the smokes are launched, at the time the flashes are starting, you start hitting them, knowing where they could be, knowing that they could be at central box or a truck, fighting them here, right? If you want to set up and wait even for the flash to be even better strategy, is even better. You wait for your teammate to throw the smoke. When he's ready to the flash, you start really rolling and trying to find the kills. That's it. As the player 5, you are the guy who is supposed to hold monster and get information there. 2 options for you again. As you are holding a Tech-9, it might be good for you to rush water and get this kind of angles here, where you can push people being aggressive. As you know, Tech-9s are very powerful. At close range like this, sometimes you can kill very, very easily some opponents. So if you want to make a rush here and try to be aggressive, waiting for someone to push here, that's a very smart play because you can punish someone aggressive in water. But if you don't want to take some risks, or you're using a Deagle, or you don't have enough cover, or it's not our type, you can just hold passive, make sure no one is rushing this area, and as soon as you see that your teammates are getting bathroom control, they're trying to pitch with scout, you can be more passive, go back and join your teammates at the highway so you can help during the execution to try to kill the guys behind the truck and all those things. It's up to you if you want to try something different at the beginning or not, but make sure to join your teammates. Don't try to lurk during those type of rounds. You don't need the lurker doing something different and be faking something. This is not smart. We need power and you need concentration during the execution in order for it to be a good one, because we have less powerful guns, so we need a huge amount of players to make the trades well for us. So that's it, guys. That's how you can win a force round. And remember, every time you find a useful pick during this type of rounds, the other enemies tends to be aggressive. They try to win the round by themselves, and that's when you can punish them. So be ready for aggressions and be ready to win those force rounds. See you in the next one.